Hello lovelies, this is Susie Ashworth here, founder of the Calm Birth School and the Baby Business School, and I came on today to answer a question that I received via email yesterday. It was a juicy one, and I thought that having been there myself and see this question posted in various different ways across many of the groups I'm in, I would hop on live to talk you through the decision process. So, the lady asked, the situation that the lady is in is that she is working, she's got a full-time gig, she's got kids, and she wants to set up her own business. And she's doing a little bit here and a little bit there, but knows that if she continues in the way that she's going, she is never going to get to the space that she wants to, where she's built up her business to a space where she can go full time. So she was asking me, how do I know when it's the right time to make that transition? And what I want to say is that it is different for different people. So, when I decided to leave my city job and set up my own hypnobirthing practice, I was on maternity leave. And instead of really using my maternity leave for maternity, I used that time to retrain and to start building up a little bit of a business. So that by the time it came for me to return, I was able to say to my husband, look, I have had a few clients now. This is something that I want to do. I definitely don't want to be going back to the 9 to 5 to a job where I don't see a future for myself. Let's properly put my time and resources into making this work. So it was a really gentle transition. However, what I usually do when it comes to, in the past, when it's come to leaving jobs and starting new places, is just go all in. So I don't wait until I have, hey Kerry, I don't tend to wait until I've built up X amount of funds or I've seen X amount of clients. I just go all in because I love a deadline and I work well under pressure. And this can either work for you or against you. I do think that there is, when you're particularly focused and you really believe in the path that you are heading down, to give yourself the best chance, sometimes you do have to let go of the day job and you just have to go for it. However, when we do that, it's so important to work on your mindset, because whenever you're in a place of, I need to get the next client, I need to get that money in the door, you repel it. And so if you're going to go all in, being very, very grounded in knowing that even if you can't be exact on the timelines, that it is all going to work out okay in the end, so you can make your decisions from a place of calm and confidence rather than anxiety, fear and lack. So when you're in the right space for that, then going all in can be amazing. However, for most people, particularly when you have got family and partners and responsibilities, going all in can just feel hugely scary. And if you're in that position, then I strongly recommend that you build up your funds. So get a real clear picture on exactly how much money you need in order to live life. And when I say live life, I mean pay the bills, pay your mortgage, put food on the table. And then build up a bank of that money. So if you can build up 3 months, for example, and know that you've got 3 months grace period when you finally hand your notice in, I recommend that you get yourself into that position so that you're not worried about the financial implications. And then you can start focusing on getting your clients through the door. And getting your clients through the door is also something that you should be putting the feelers out whilst you are doing your day job. Basically, in all honesty, from a time and logistical perspective, it is much harder to do it this way. So kind of building it up slowly, because you have to work the nights, you have to put in the late hours, you have to pull the all-nighters for it to work. Hey Liz. But from a safety perspective, if that allows you to work from a place of calmness and confidence rather than lack and anxiety, it's definitely the way forward. Liz, this is what you did, isn't it? You kind of built things up slowly before you took the plunge. So they are the kind of two ways that I would recommend you doing it. But if you really, really know that the path that you're on is the path that you want to pursue, and that you can take the rough with the smooth, and you have a very supportive partner who is in it with you, who believes in your vision as much as you do, or even if they don't believe in it quite as much as you do, are prepared to support you in your choices, then I'm just like, go all in, because you'll get to where you want to get to much, much quicker. The way to do that effectively is to have a really excellent mindset practice, which is what we talk about in the Baby Business School all of the time. So I'm going to leave, yep, it worked well for me. Slow and steady is really good and often does win the race as well. So you have to feel into what feels right for you and what feels right for your family. But if you know that you are not getting anywhere because you don't have the time, and working late nights and working essentially two jobs at the same time isn't feasible for you, then that's the time that you need to make the leap. And, you know, that's just business. Taking risks sometimes that other people wouldn't take or make. They're the things that set the people who are successful apart from the people who are still wishing and dreaming. So I'll leave it with you. Let me know where you're at in your business. I love your singing. Thanks, Liz. Nobody else does. Let me know where you're at in your business, whether you are still hesitating on whether to make the leap, and after listening to this, tell me kind of what things can you put in place to either help you move closer to taking that step through the slow and steady, or even more exciting for me, when you're going to hand your notice in. All right, mwah. See you next time. Take care. Bye.